you talk to us, your broker, you talk to the board, and then maybe our broker has a conversation with the other broker to figure out where we're at. Because, I would hate for you guys not, or your clients not to be able to complete a deal because we're fighting over commission.
Well, let me
Go ahead.
ask you this. So I've heard it said before that you can communicate to your buyer at the time of signing of the buyer representation agreement about any properties that are listed less than.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want us to show you those?
Mm-hmm.
Now, to me, I feel like that's kind of steering, and if they find the house they really want, at the end of the day, I'm going to show and sell it. At the end of the day, my commission comes secondary to what that buyer
Absolutely.
wants. But is that a type of conversation that we can have, that when I'm looking through the MLS, I'm allowed to do that? Now, if they find it up on Zillow and say, I want to go see this house, and it does happen to be reduced, then I'm obligated from that standpoint. I just want to make sure I'm not walking a fine line. I haven't ever done that before, but I've heard other agents say that.
Do we still have to disclose a variable rate?
Yes. Yes.
So,
Variable rate listings.
Do we do those?
You shouldn't, but
Sounds
they are done.
Kind
I
of.
don't know
think
what that
other
is.
people are. I've negotiated against a variable rate
Mhm.
very successfully.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're in a hot market and you see that variable rate that it is, you know to go to the client and say, okay, this is what we're really dealing with.
Yep.
So I think that to clarify, I think
Yeah.
that what he said is the best way to handle it. That might be a little bit longer term, to be a part of the MLS committees and go and have your voice be heard, have other realtors speak up to say, hey, this is going on and it's uncomfortable for us. How can we fix this?
Here's the best way to
Um,
understand a variable rate commission. Let's say that I, because I'm a licensed realtor in the state of Texas, have decided that I am going to put an offer in on a home. And because I'm entitled to a 3% commission, I choose to say, hey, I want to buy the home. I'm going to forego that commission, or I'm going to only take 1% of it, and I don't want the other 2%. You can just, because I know it's a hot market, I'm not worried about it. We'll just get rid of that. And then I find out that we're in a multiple offer situation. If the seller chooses to disclose that we're in a multiple offer situation, the seller's agent must disclose that now it's a variable rate because I am foregoing my commission, which could make it more advantageous for the seller to choose me as opposed to anyone else who is putting an offer in on the property, because they're going to end up saving money by selling to a realtor. Does that make sense?
It's all agreed upon on the listing.
Correct. It's all agreed upon in the
Take
listing agreement. Yeah.
But if you bring the buyer, you'll charge a lesser commission.
Correct.
So anyways, my point was just have the conversation up front with your client. If you're going to tell them, hey, do you want me to show you anything less than this percentage? And then once that comes up, hey, it's less than this percentage, how would you like us to proceed?
Yeah.
And then,
So if you're going to do a variable rate, it's going to be in the second box on there. And it's going to be blank percent of this if I don't bring the buyer, and then this percent if I bring the buyer. So that's a variable rate commission.
Question to that.
Yeah.
If you're the listing agent and you bring the buyer, how are you giving a fiduciary to both parties?
Well, you're not. It would be a intermediary transaction with
Right.
yourself,
Yeah,
which is non-appointed,
right.
and you're only
Can we
provide.
practice that here?
You
That's-
can, as long as you have met a minimum standard of you've been in the business for 3 years and you've done at least 10 transactions in order to do an intermediary transaction where you're not appointed. We don't encourage it because you are only able to provide factual information
Right.
to each person.
Hey,
What you provide to one, you must
can't
provide to
advise
the other.
Either party, so.
You're not advising anyone. You're
I
only
can't
providing
imagine
factual
anybody has
information.
the integrity to do something like that. So.
Well, I mean, there's
Variable rate? Oh,
There's some people that do it. There's some
I
people
think
that have
it's crazy.
done
She
it
was talking about
very successfully.
an intermediary with no,
Yeah.
And here's the cases where it usually goes fairly well.
where you're buying your listing.
It could be an investor, and the investor has been has done a ton of transactions before, and they're totally good with the process. Maybe they've bought 30, 40 homes, and they understand what the real estate process looks like, and they say, look, I just need you to provide me with the details. That's all. And maybe it's an investor on the other side,
I can see
where,
that.
yeah,
I had a previous broker that did that, but
yeah.
And, sorry, I was
Can
just,
I say also on the other side, is don't be afraid to charge more than, take a listing. And as an example, if you're representing a divorcing couple.
Yeah.
It was always my recommendation to my agents, charge 8%. And at first, they were scared to do it. But after you start having to present everything twice and being caught in the middle of the man and the woman. And
Yeah, you're going to need some money to pay for counseling yourself.
and we've actually gotten 8%.
Yeah.
So it's done, and you have to prove your value to them, and they will come and thank you when it's over.
I will take your question. We'll have a conversation with Avis about best business practice on how to proceed with the conversation and move forward with the offering process.
All right, you guys ready to jump into our meeting?
Yeah.
Perfect. Hopefully the internet's working. I think they might have hit a line or something outside because they're working on all that. Speaking of that, if you didn't know, there's a huge gas leak on Williams Drive, so don't go and smoke cigarettes while you're driving down Williams Drive right now. You may explode. It's been going on for like 2 weeks. There's, I think it's 25 businesses that are closed. No, 60 businesses and 41 homes that the people are not allowed to live in right now. This is all right down on Williams Drive. The Pit Barbecue is one of them. The church, yeah, and then Crestview, St. David's, the medical center there. So there's a lot of crazy stuff going on down there right now.
Did
Yeah.
they know when, have they given an update, have you heard one?
They said 2 weeks last time I heard, and then I heard that it could take up to 6. They haven't really found exactly what the source of everything is.
and they're uncovering more.
Yes,
And now there's more problem as they are uncovering it.
correct.
I think
The
that the
footprint
leak
is
is
growing.
going out
Yeah.
into the earth, into pockets, and
Yeah.
since it's so rocky in that area, they're getting pockets within the rocks.
Yeah.
Those businesses, I did read in the Georgetown side, that they are getting compensation
Oh, they are?
and.
From Atmos, yes.
From Atmos, in addition to like $100 a day.
How about their
And that,
employees?
I believe that the owners of the homes, they are being put up into a hotel.
Yeah.
They
They
have-
have
I believe that is.
At $100 a day though.
Plus
They have
$100 a day.
So they aren't staying at the
Do they have a
Sheraton.
per diem also?
No, they get a
Yes.
hotel plus $100 a day.
Evans, June, and Brady, they're officing out of the Sheraton.
Really? Okay,
A lot
so
of people are at-
if you have any listings over there, you're going on listing appointments over there, now may not be a good time to list. They may want to wait a couple weeks till things, settle down.
And that's
Yeah.
sad, because they may not even have their employees when they open back
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, yeah.
But they said they.
Well, the AutoZone over there, they sent many of their employees over to this one here on 29.
But the complaint in Georgetown is we can't get enough help for a restaurant.
Yeah, yeah.
That's gonna be the big thing.
Exactly. So, wanted to make sure you knew about that. There's a video that I want to show you that John Maxwell says, do these 5 things every single day. I think it's a pretty powerful video. It's about 5 minutes long, and it's worth it.
So is one of them make up your bed in the morning?
This one's not make your bed.
My brain for the past couple of weeks. Make up your bed, okay. Please don't.
Let me turn the sound on real quick.
about to share, it's just going to set you up for an incredible 2019. Every day, serve someone. Every day. Every day add value to people. Every day serve one. Every day live the intentional life of doing for others, sometimes what they cannot do for themselves. And if you will put people first and add value to them and serve them, it becomes absolutely amazing what you and I are going to have and achieve, how we're going to help people, and in return how it comes back to us. Benjamin Franklin said this: "No one is useless in this world who lightens the burden of someone else." If you're helping someone else lift a load in your life, you become a very useful person. Mahatma Gandhi said that the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. But perhaps on this kind of a theme, my favorite quote is from Albert Schweitzer, who said, "I don't know what your destiny will be, but one thing I do know. The only ones among you who will be really happy are those who have sought and found how to serve." The happiest people are not always the most successful people, but they're the ones who serve the best. I've met a lot of unhappy, successful people, haven't you? But I've never met an unhappy person that gave their life of serving and giving and adding value to other people. Martin Luther King Jr. said, everybody can be great because everybody can serve. If you will help people get what they want, then you'll receive everything that you need in life. We got to work at this. If 2019 is going to be an incredible year, you're going to have to look at the year and say to yourself, what can I do to add value to people instead of what are people going to do to add value to me? What can I do to serve people instead of, I wonder who in this next year is going to serve me? We're going to have to do a complete mind shift in that whole process. Service over status. You know, there are two kinds of people. There are people that do what is right and then feel good, and there are some people who want to feel good before they do what is right. And if you want to feel good before you ever do what is right, you and I will not do a lot of things right, because we'll let our emotions control it. But the moment that we say, "No, I'm going to do the right thing," and then I'll let the emotion fall. Character over comfort. Now here's the key. If you and I are going to make 2019 a great year of serving people, let me tell you, the first thing that's going to happen to you, the first thing that's going to happen is we're going to be inconvenienced. Because when you have to serve people, they don't do it on your time schedule. Sometimes people say, "Well, I don't know if I can do that. I don't even know if I have those kind of..." Listen to me. The moment that we really have a desire to add value to other people, our whole life will begin to change. And so if 2019 is going to be the year that we really want to make it, I want to share with you right now 5 things I do every day. And I want you to do them every day in this year. And I will promise you, your life is about to incredibly change. And all 5 of these things I want to give you right now, you can do them. These aren't hard, these aren't complicated. Every day, number one, every day I value people. And that's the foundation of everything we're talking about. If I don't value people, I'll never add value to them. I'll manipulate them, I'll do all kinds of bad things. But it all begins with valuing people. Number 2, every day I think of ways to add value to people. In other words, I'll look at my schedule in the morning, I'll say where I'm going to go, who I'm going to see perhaps, and I'll say, okay, what can I do to add value to those people? I think of ways to add value to people. Number 3, every day, I look for ways to add value to people. Number 4, every day, I do things that value people. Every day. In fact, at the end of the day, the last thing I do every evening is I do a 10-minute inventory of my day, and one of the questions I ask is, who did I add value to today? Who did I serve today? Okay? Every day. Every day. I value people. Think of ways that add value to people. Look for ways that add value to people. Do things that add value to people. And number 5, I encourage others to add value to me. I do those 5 things every day.
So, adding value to people is what it's all about. And today is kind of an awesome day for me because it's my daughter's 5th birthday. And I want to share with you guys a story. So, the day after I decided to commit myself by selling real estate full-time is the day that we found out we were pregnant with our daughter. And I had just quit my job. The day after is when we found out. I had to do it. Not succeeding was not an option. And one of the ways that I did that was by taking bold. And I don't know if I've shared this story with many of you or not, but in that first bold that I took, I ended up closing 16 transactions over 9 weeks. I didn't have a choice but to succeed. And so this is my why right here. This little girl who looks like you know, she's running from the law. And Dylan, and I thought this was funny when I went to close on our house that we just bought. They gave me a sign that says, "I love my realtor." And that was pretty awesome. So I couldn't not take that photo opportunity. But my why is, when I was a kid, I went on one vacation. And I remember that vacation like it was yesterday. And it was the only vacation we went on when I was a kid because we didn't have a lot. And that vacation that we went on was to Laughlin, Nevada. Have you ever been to Laughlin, Nevada? It's the poor man's Vegas is what Laughlin, Nevada is. It's on the Colorado River, right where Arizona, California, and the tiny little sliver of Nevada that allows gambling comes together. But I remember it like it was yesterday. We stood out on the dock, watched Sea-Doos go by. It was a lot of fun. So I committed that for my kids, I was going to provide an experience like that to them every single year. Because I remembered it, and I know that they'll remember every single one of those experiences that we have. And it all started back when we found out that we were going to have a baby girl. And so I wanted to share that with you because you can do anything that you put your mind to. Now I want to ask a favor of you. If we call my daughter right now, will you all sing happy birthday to her with me? Let's see if we can make the internet work for this call.
In English or Spanish?
You sing in Spanish. I won't know how to sing. Let's see. I'm gonna.
Good for you, Paul.
All right. Let's see. Savannah. Yeah. Hopefully they answer. Yeah. No kidding, right? Hey, what's up? Hey, is Savannah there? Hey, what's going on? I have some people here who want to say something to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Savannah. Happy birthday to you. Love you. Bye. Bye. Love you. Thank you. So, the next thing I want to talk about is gratitude. I have so much gratitude for somebody who's sitting in this room today because she's willing to go further and further in her business every single week. And she's now become an approved Trek instructor. So, Megan, thank you so much for all that you do. There's three-legged Willie and three-legged Megan. She's only got 2 legs now. She had the other one taken off. And so thank you so much for all that you do to add value to our market center and to our people.
For that class?
Yes, absolutely.
So next Friday from 12 to 2 here in this room, we're going to be doing, the class is a 2-hour MCE class, and it is Farm and Ranch 101, basics and principles, and that's going to be going over major contract differences between the residential contract and farm and ranch contract, and then also going over showing safety and other important aspects that you guys may not take into consideration, even if you're showing 3, 4, 5 acres here in town during the summer heat.
Is that this Friday or next Friday?
Next Friday.
Friday the 22nd, right?
22nd, yeah. We're going to have lunch provided by Nathan Winstead at 11:30, so come for a nice good lunch. And then the class, I was trying to do it as free as possible, but if you want credit, you do have to pay for that.
Yeah.
If you don't want credit, it's completely free. 10 hours for each CE and
$10 for each CE, not 10 hours for each CE. Man,
yeah.
You get all your education done in 3 hours, you get credit for 30.
12 to 2 on the 22nd.
We have it on the calendar from 11:30 to 2, just to account for lunch. So.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we want to thank Amanda for helping us get that class going.
Thank you so much.
Do we need to sign up or anything?
Yes, we'll be seeing something going out. Liz is going to be doing an e-bike and a few other things, so just be on the alert. We're going to be inundating you probably in the next 48 hours to make sure everyone gets the message.
Perfect. Thank you for that. All right, so the next thing I've got is another little real estate video. This one is from not in the United States, and please don't be this realtor.
Right, do come outside, for this is in fact the outside. This is the exterior of the property. You are no longer in the building. Let me show you a few things here. That's a lantern there. Now at night that attracts moths. It's very useful if you enjoy spitting at insects. I know I do. I pass a lot of time that way. It has a thatched roof.
Sorry, is the thatch difficult to maintain?
I don't know. And now these are tables and these are chairs.
What is the age of the property?
I don't know. If you'd like to walk slightly to the west of the property, it's a gable end there, do you see? And at the top of it peeping out, you can see the chimneys. They're made of stone, yeah? And they're outside the building, which means the smoke escapes into the world rather than the house.
Oh, I see. Does the house come with fixtures and fittings included?
I don't know. Now, if we could just continue up this pathway, for it is a pathway, just so you feel it under your feet.
What is the age of the property?
I don't know. This is a variegated leaf. Okay, it's slightly weaker at the edges. It takes over 10 months for that to be produced from seed. Isn't that incredible? That's a big thanks to God on high. I think you'll agree. That's the sky.
Have they had any subsidence in the property?
I don't know. Do you keep dogs, by the way?
Yes, yes.
Yeah? How many? 150, 200?
Yeah, darling, I think I'll let you continue. I've just got to nip back to the car.
Okay, that's fine. Lovely to meet you. Really lovely to meet you. It really was. Fine, just me and you then. You really are very, 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 very attractive. Now, what was I saying?
Well, what is the acreage of the property?
I don't know, but we're about to see a lawn area.
Well, the square footage of the house?
I don't know. I tell you what, you come with me and I'll show you a picture that's bound to knock your blooming socks off. Come on, here we go.
Is it included?
I don't know.
Yeah, so don't do that. All right, so what do we got going on in the Market Center? Never Ending Referrals. Where are we at with that, Kristen?
We are on session 7, coming up this Monday.
Okay.
Last session, who was at this last session? Anybody in the room? Tell us about what you thought about this last session. Can you? Not to put you on the spot.
Not to put you on the spot, but she's putting you on the spot.
Informative. Okay, so thank you. This last session we talked about the 36 touch, and so the 36 touch basically is how can you connect with your database and nurture them from a value add. And so we learned what the schedule was going to look like if you were to run a 36 touch all year long. I just want to remind everybody that the NER is not, it doesn't stack on top of each other. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't.
They can be on their own.
That's
You don't
right.
have
They
to
can
attend every
stand
session.
alone. So if you've missed 1, 2, or 6, you're welcome to still show up. Absolutely every class has value. It's short video and then short lab and a lot of masterminding. So if you're not reaching 10% of, in terms of return on your database, if you're not reaching that potential, then you're leaving money on the table. And we talked about that when NER started in the beginning, and we saw some big numbers. Hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars in commission being left on the table because we're choosing to not nurture our database the way we should be. And this is a retirement plan, guys. This is your business. This is your 8 to 5. So NER Mondays 11 to 1.
Perfect. And then Rising Stars, we're actually turning into something else. It's going to be Command Central every Monday at 9:30, from 9:30 to 10:30. You feel free to come and bring your laptop, bring anything you want to. I'm available. I'll be out here in the open area, and we will work on anything that you want to in regards to Command and helping you import your database, whether that's out of eEdge and into Command, or out of any other system and into Command, and getting you plugged in and getting your neighborhood pages started so that you can start utilizing those with your database. So that's going to be every Monday at 9:30. And then we have an investor class with Greg Deering, and that's going to be on March 20th from 1 to 4. And Lauren, what exactly did he tell you he was going to cover in that class? Because it's going to be pretty good.
The tag was 5 questions that you need to ask your investor your buying investor for a rental. I believe
Yeah.
it was something like that for tag.
Yes.
And if any of y'all have, he wants us to be interactive and with all spectrums of people. And if y'all know a little of Greg in coming to any of his leasing classes, his approach to, leasing through the investor side, through the property manager side, he's got a lot of information. And number one is feeling in this shift of the market that if you latch on into those investors, this will be a really good thing for you and your business. And so he wants to help you know what to do to find an investor, to help an investor, that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good class, and he's writing it specifically for us because we asked him to. Because a lot of people have come to us and said, hey, we'd love an investor class. And he said he was willing to do it.
What day of the week is that?
Which class?
That is going to be Wednesday next week on the 20th here in this room. Yes.
And there's no CE hours for that, right?
There are no CE hours for that, no. All right. And yeah, well, we know Diane won't be there. No, I'm just kidding.
I will, but my husband needs 4 hours.
Got it. Okay. Well, hey, he can come to Megan's class and get 2 of them out of the way.
Yep.
All right. So this is just a quick video we put together about Mardi Gras. Thank you to everyone who participated. Thank you to everyone who was there. And Facebook apparently liked Megan and her team because they made her the background. So go, Megan. All right, so Pat, how's your wife?
Good.
She's good?
Yep.
Okay. For those of you who don't know, Pat's wife took a little bit of a fall. at the setup for the Mardi Gras party, and my understanding is she inhaled an entire balloon of helium right before that, right?
Something like that.
She was on her way to make that laugh, I believe.
Yeah, yes, exactly. So if you're interested in getting your license to carry, that class is going to be here this Saturday starting at 9 a.m. You can sign up on connectkw.com. There's a link right at the bottom. It's $75 for the class. That includes the range fees and includes the class itself. All you have to do is provide the ammunition, which you can purchase at the range when you get there. I highly recommend everyone has some form of protection. If this isn't it, at least get pepper spray or a taser or something like that. Yes?
If there's the need for one later in the year again, and I'll give my contacts to the safety team, but
Yeah.
my guy did it for 50 with the range fees.
Okay.
Just FYI.
Perfect. Sounds good. And then Secrets of Mobile Home Lending. Kristen, this is going to be a class that's coming up, right?
It is. And you know what? This is highly valuable.
I don't know if that's highly valuable, but the class is going to be.
And the education is. So it's only an hour-long class. I want to say that it is CE. I will verify that. I believe it is.
Pretty sure the flyer said it was.
Okay. So I think it's like $10.
So Tom is now up to 3 hours of CE.
There you go. Right. So I think we've had a lot of calls on phone duty for manufactured
yes.
homes.
Yes.
That's right. So I mean, anyways, it's a good information to have. I think there's been a lot of interest. So,
Okay, good.
Yeah, that's funny.
All right, and then the Farm and Ranch class, hosted by Megan, is going to be 11:30 to 2 on the 22nd. Lunch is included in that, and
Can you send me that picture? I want to use that for.
yeah, absolutely. I stole it off of Google. Just type in Farm and Ranch; it's the first picture that shows up. All right, and then Weight Watchers. What's going on with this?
So we are filling up a list for Weight Watchers that we're hoping to have here in the Market Center. So if anyone is interested, I'm not going to look at anybody because, I mean, you know, no judgment. And I promise not to call anybody out. If you email me and I forget which person did, I apologize. So anyways, we need about 10 more participants. You would pay monthly. We would have meetings here. And it would
What
just
is the
be great
cost?
accountability. I think it's going to be somewhere around $30 a month.
Okay,
But you get the meetings and the app and all that other stuff. So yeah.
great.
And I think if you join before the end of March, it's
Free joining
free
fee
joining fee. I
and
think
all
if
of
you-
that stuff.
Yeah. if
So
you
I'll
join-
send out another flyer. However, we need names now. So if you're interested, please let us know so we can get that going.
Great. All right, round robin scripts.
Scripts. So we have had a lot of requests for scripting in the Market Center for those who are attending training. This is not just for new agents, folks. This is for everyone to brush up on their skills, how to have conversation, what objections are happening more often now. You know, as the market shifts, you hear different types of objections. You know, are people negotiating things? And so it's a great way to brush up on these skills. Every Thursday from 11 to 12, it'll either be myself running it or Tom. Catlin has graciously agreed to assist me with this.
How is it going to work?
So you would sit in a circle.
Mm-hmm.
One person will throw an objection,
Okay.
and then each person in the circle will then handle that objection.
All right.
It's really a safe environment. This is the
Kristen,
best
will you lower your
place-
commission?
Absolutely not.
Why?
Because, I mean, if I can't even negotiate for my money, how am I going to negotiate for yours?
So that's how it's going to work.
So, and it's a safe place to make a mistake, to flub up, to say the wrong thing, because we're all learning. You know, I am learning every day by miles. So please show up. We hope to get a good response out of this so we can keep it going. Yeah, so great. We need committee members, y'all. We need your support for those out there in Facebook world and internet world. We need your support at these committee meetings. So sometimes it's just me and one person, and we're really working to grow this Market Center leaps and bounds, and we need your feedback. This is your opportunity. Lauren.
What committees?
We have tech committee. So if you're interested in what's going on in the technology world, the committee this last month got to sit in on a live TL meeting, team leader meeting with Keller Williams International on that new product that I was talking about earlier where it's a classroom situation. So they got to see all the stuff that's coming out. You kind of get first chance to get out and go to tech labs, notification. so you can help understand it. This is not so that people come to you and learn all the tech. This is so that you can help share and spread the news of what is happening, what changes are being made, and also help us with boots on the ground hear what's going on with you guys. You know, agents who are not necessarily on the committee but may have technology questions.
And speaking of that, if you are interested in going on either April 2nd or May 1st, there's going to be a tech lab at Keller Williams Realty International with Josh Team and Gary Keller. It will be an all-day thing. I posted a link on Facebook the other day. I think it was Friday that I posted the link, and you can sign up there. It doesn't cost you anything to go. Lunch will be provided, and you get to spend the entire day with Gary Keller and Josh Team around all of the technology and them giving you demonstrations of how it's working.
Yes. We have the Career Development Committee. That committee right now is working really hard to maintain or start masterminds. So there will be news coming out about the mastermind opportunities. We have Growth Committee. The Growth Committee is working together to put a plan for not just recruiting opportunities. So when people are coming in, we can help you build a 5-year plan from start to 5 years. Also for you as agents, how can you use that 5-year plan and make a business plan? So we had tech, career development. We have the Financial Planning Committee. We could use one more person on that one, and you get to sit with Ryan and Kathy Armstrong and look at the financials and how are things kind of moving and shaking for the Market Center. We also have the Safety Committee. The Safety Committee right now, and you'll hear from them here in just a bit, is working to implement procedures within the office and outside the office if we're all traveling, to make sure that there's safety procedures in place. And there's Culture Committee. Culture Committee does a lot of the events in the Market Center. We have Red Day coming up, so I think they'll be discussing that in their meeting today, which is at 12:15.
Diane, when is the culture meeting?
We postponed it till next week because we were going to give a
Update on
right.
the finance
Right.
from Mardi Gras.
Okay, so, and then, but culture is a great, if you want to get involved in some of the events that are going on, customer appreciation stuff, that's a great committee to be on. And
We'll also be planning Red Day
yes.
at our next culture meeting.
What's the date of Red Day?
It's going to be the second Thursday in May. I think it's, yeah,
I think it's
May 9th.
Okay.
May 9th.
Okay. So yeah.
What's the Texas Realtor Leadership Program all about?
So TRLP. Now, depending on which board you're a part of, every board does a version of TRLP, or I should say region. I apologize. So if you're a part of a board as a primary member or secondary member, you can apply to their Texas Realtors Leadership Program. If you're a part of Williamson County, you can apply to this one. And I believe Temple, Belton, so Tibor and FAR, those are all part of go
Region
along
8.
with Williamson County for Region 8. And then Austin is Region 15, just in case you're wondering. So,
And if you want to go and apply for any other place in the state, do it, and you'll build a lot of really good relationships and referral relationships.
It's really, you create relationships, and if you attend a lot of state or national meetings or intend to or want to know what leadership is about, this is a great way to get your feet on the ground and kind of understand what we do as realtors on that side of our job. So.
Yeah. All right. And then we've got Realtor Day at the Capitol. I've never been to this myself. What's
oh my
it
gosh,
like?
It's so much fun. So on March 26th, now we just talked about a huge lawsuit that's about to happen. And even though we are here in Texas and the lawsuit is elsewhere, right? I don't believe it is in Texas.
I think it's out of Chicago, but
Chicago, and it names
it's
Texas.
named.
So as realtors, we are one of the largest voting groups in the U.S. So when you look at the numbers, we show up prominently at the polls. And so what does that mean for you? You guys are lobbying for realtor rights, and more importantly, you're lobbying for homeowners' rights. Things like homestead exemptions, taxes, all of these things that we really work hard for our clients. You know, I mean, how many people have to have those tax protest conversations every year? I know I have clients that are, emailing me all the time, hey, can you pull comps for tax protesting? The way to do this is to have a voice. And the way we have a voice is we show up on the legislative side of things And the Realtor Day at the Capitol is a way to go with a huge group of realtors. Thousands of us show up from all over the state of Texas, and we knock on some doors. We talk to our representatives. We have talking points for what TAR, or TR now, Texas Realtors, is backing. And we go and have those conversations so our legislators, our representatives know what to take to Washington on our behalf. Any questions about that? It's a great time. It's $18 if you want the barbecue lunch, which is also a great time, and it's a wonderful opportunity for referrals. I will plug that because, again, the more you do with people from all around the state, the more referrals you have. So,
Great. All right, CMA class, the Country Music Association, right?
that's right. Country Music Association. I'll put on my boots, actually. No, so you have asked, we have added. So the CMA class will be 2 weeks from now on a Thursday, I believe.
March 27th.
Yeah, March 27th. And it'll be a 3-hour class, or a 2-hour class. It's like 1 to 3. And I'm going to walk you through how to run a market analysis. So, yeah.
All right, does anyone have a new listing they want to tell us about? Take it away.
I have one that was just listed. It's over in Katy Crossing. It's a 3-2, 1,600 square feet, listed at $237,500, and it's gorgeous on the inside. They've updated about everything. And then we have 2 coming soons. One is in Sendero Springs. It's a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 3,200 square feet, and it backs up to the bike trail. It's gorgeous as well. It's listed at $445,000. And then we have a unique property up in the Temple area, 5 acres. It has a farmhouse on it, and it is ag exempt. It's commercial approved, and it's listed at $298,000.
Great. Okay. Anyone else? Sylvia?
My listing of Logan Ranch Road hits the market tomorrow night at 12:01, so I'm really excited.
And what's it going to be listed at?
Oh, I'm gonna list it at $825.
All right. Perfect. Megan?
Got 2 small lots if you guys are looking for anything to be a great property for custom homes or to build something on. One's out in Kingsland. It's got amazing hill country views of Colorado River, absolutely stunning underground utilities, 1.1 acres, $449,000. Then the really steal of the deal is going to be in Bertram off of FM 243. This is a 3.9 acre lot for $57,000.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll take 2.
What's it What's it across from?
So this is actually a funny story. It's a property that if you guys remember years ago, it was called Bertram Creekside Ranches. It's got like the white fences there along FM 243. So it's just other acreage lots. That's one of the smaller ones. Some of them go up to about 15 to 20 acres. You will need to have a well and septic done, yet the restrictions do allow for a barn dominium, a log cabin, site-built home, just no manufactured homes. So you can still get a very affordable, I know. You can still get a very affordable home built on something for less than $60,000.
Do they allow dome homes?
You know, I
have a client.
It's not
Are you being serious right now?
Home.
A
There's no
dome home?
architectural committee, so.
Okay.
DUMB.
Hey Megan, approximately how far is that from here?
I would say maybe it's a 35-minute drive. Yeah, it's like maybe 10 minutes past, like the Liberty Hill High School, yeah.
Okay. All right. Anyone else? All right. How about price improvements? Any of those? No? Buyer needs?
Oh, I do have one.
You have a price improvement.
Yeah.
Take it away.
Sorry, which one? Thunder Bay, 411 Thunder Bay, 5 bedrooms, 3-car garage, bedroom, and like mother-in-law suite downstairs, new paint inside and out, updated bathrooms and kitchen, 309.
Okay. All right.
My house is back on the market. We're dropping it.
Which house?
The one on 329 Cedar Lake Boulevard, the one that's been back on and off the market for
The one with the pool?
8 months with the pool, the corner lot with the pool.
Hey, spring's coming up, so.
3,200 square feet, yeah. So, yeah, spring special, right?
Yeah.
Spring special.
What are you at now?
We're at $299, $997.
Oh, wow.
So you're dropping it $1 a day?
Yeah.
Hey,
That works.
They're doing $1 a week.
It works.
it does work. Oh, there's a lot of realtors that hate you for it, but guess what? Every time I did it, it worked like a charm. All right.
Is the rent to own still, does it exist?
Rent to own. Yeah, as long as there's an attorney involved. We.
Company that's doing it.
Who would I talk to about that?
Paul Jordan would be a good person. He's the attorney that we use for the office.
There is a company that's doing that, like you. They buy
Oh,
a
oh,
house.
oh! You're talking about Home Partners of America.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, Home Partners of America is it's not quite rent to own.
No.
It's more of a scam to the consumer, I believe, because the way that Home Partners of America works is you don't quite make it to where you're pre-approved for the loan, but they've verified that you have an income and all these things. Home Partners of America is the one who actually purchases the home, rents it to you for above market rent for the first year, and then after your lease is up at the end of the first year, you can choose to purchase the home from them for above the market price. And if you don't choose to purchase the home, you can renew your lease again for another year for a higher rate. And if it works out at the end and you want to still purchase the home, you can. What I've found is most of the people who are doing those things, they realize how much they're getting screwed, and at the end of their first term, they just leave. And then the house goes back up on the market again.
Well, the question would be, why rent to own instead of owner finance or some other option? You know, so maybe we need to talk a little bit more.
Yeah, you'd probably be better off finding somebody who's willing to do like seller finance or something like that. And those do exist. They're few and far between. It's not impossible to find them, though. Yeah. All right. Any other questions about that? Any other price improvements? Any buyer needs?
I have a buyer need.
Yeah.
It's personal. My sister-in-law is looking for some land that she could possibly have some pumpkins, like a pumpkin patch on. And so it can be anywhere.
Megan's got 3.5 acres for $59,000.
No, it's going to be more acres than that, probably 20 plus acres.
I can get you two tracks. I can get you 2 tracks in Georgetown for $130,000, but they'd be right on 29.
2 tracts. How many houses could be built on them? 1 per tract?
No, 4 per tract.
Okay, so let's talk. Perfect. Yeah, I need some land.
All right. Do we have a sponsor?
Do we have coming soon?
Oh, yeah, coming soon. I forgot. I'm sorry.
She's excited.
I just thought I'd ask anybody else. I do. In Sun City, a little cypress that will be coming on the market either late next week or the following week. It's in very nice condition, wood floors, and we're still working on the price, but cypress is a popular floor plan there, around 1,600 square feet. So any of you who do business in Sun City, keep that in mind.
Okay. And they don't have to negotiate for a higher commission with you, right? Okay, good. Any other coming soons? Yes, Megan.
I've mentioned this a few times, yet we're talking about mobile homes, and you got excited when until I let you down on that one. I've got a property in the edge of Hutto, like Hutto, Georgetown, Round Rock. It's available to put a manufactured home on it. It's going to be $99,000. It has septic, water line, electricity, and everything available. I've been working on this thing for months.
Yes, you have.
Address. It still is having some, like, literally just trash being picked up right now. We're inching closer, but I would just love to sell it to you guys and be done with it. It's, yeah.
99, you say 99?
Can you send me the address and?
It's 316 Rain Creek.
How many acres?
1 acre. It's pretty much fenced. And just have some rose-colored glasses when you go look at it if you're looking at it in the next few days. And if you want to go out for drinks, I'll tell you a crazy story about this property.
Okay.
99.
Julie?
I have a client that's trying to sell her mobile home, not the land, that you could put on Megan's Law.
Oh, there you go. Matchmaker right there. Okay. All right. Come on in.
Scott?
Yes.
Andy Freelegger has a supply of open house and directional signs, 3 $3, $4, and $5. Maybe as you're working with new agents, send it to me and I'll hook you up with him.
Perfect. Great. Thank you.
And I got a potential coming soon. I say that because we're negotiating price.
Okay.
Still, but it's in Terra Vista, and it has an apartment with it. It's a 2-story, about 4,100.
Hey.
I'm waiting for the appraiser to verify the square footage because it's different on that's part of the holdup. It's different from the builder and from the appraisal district. So it's about 4,100 square feet.
Awesome.
Price-ish between.
It's going to be between $1 and $1 million.
Somewhere around 550 is what they want to be, but they
Told you it was going to be
wanna
between
go,
it.
Of course, they want to go closer to 6. And so, anyways.
Perfect.
It's right next to
The gated part.
Right next to the
on the
gated.
is it Sansom? That's that street right there?
And I forget the name.
I said Round Rock
The
or
Georgetown
Georgetown?
or Round Rock?
No, Round Rock.
Round Rock side.
Round Rock side,
Yeah.
okay.
I don't know if there's any gated in the Georgetown side.
No.
No, Round Rock side. They're gated.
We don't need gates in Georgetown. All right. Let's give it up for Chris from Costco.
Good, where are we, morning now? Still good morning?
You got 3 more minutes of morning.
I'm Chris from Costco. I work at the new Costco in Pflugerville. We opened up back in July. How many folks are members of Costco already? Cool. Those of you who are not, shame on you. But my purpose here today is to talk to you about the Happy Home Buying program at Costco. I think one of my coworkers may have come through and talked to you about it.
Yeah, it was a few months ago.
A few months ago? Okay, well, I'm letting you know the program is still, I'm here to let you know the program is still going. What it is essentially is as a gift for your clients when they buy a home. If you can buy the gift of membership, either level, the $120 level or the $60 level. Once you buy that gift of membership, we will put together a lovely housewarming basket full of Costco products that you can, leave and give to your clients. Cool thing about this program is it is the gift that keeps on giving. So if they, so when they do go to Costco to shop, they'll probably be thinking of you every time they walk in because you've given them this gift. The other cool thing about that, if they already have a Costco membership, they can turn their membership in for cash, and they still get to keep the basket.
Sweet.
Okay. Any questions about the program?
I'd highly recommend buying the $120 membership because I just got my cashback certificate the other day for like $260, so it's pretty awesome.
Do you have a credit card also?
I do.
Yeah, we're cashing the credit cards. We're cashing those right now. I haven't seen one less than $300.
Yeah.
So get the gift.
What's the difference between the 2 memberships?
So the $120 membership is the one that gives you cash rewards. So they'll give you 2% cash back on all of your purchases. And that's not just what you buy in the warehouse, that's money that you might spend through our services, like our travel agency, and then through our pharmacy, optical, and even on Costco.com.
Yeah, my understanding is that if you purchase the higher one and you don't save more than what you spent, you'll actually refund the difference up to the $60, right?
Absolutely, you'll get the $60 back. And, although I shouldn't tell you this, but I'm going to tell you anyway, the membership itself is a satisfaction guarantee. So even at 364 days, at the 364th day of the membership, if you're not happy with it, you can get a full refund on your membership. That's just how confident we are.
There you go. Yeah, Mary Lynn.
2% on gas purchases as well?
Gas is, we don't include gas, and gas, stamps, and alcohol are not included in the 2%. However, our Costco Anywhere Visa. What's that? You buy a lot of gas?
No, stamps.
Well, obviously we can't discount the stamps. But so the thing about it is when you talk about gas, if you have the Costco Anywhere Visa, which is by Citibank, it's a no annual fee card, no foreign exchange fee cards. That card gives you 4% back on gas. Not just our gas, but any major gas station. So you can still benefit by being a Costco member and getting gas.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Can you get that card?
I like that a lot.
No matter which level you've joined?
You can get the card at any level. It doesn't. I tell you what. Here's the thing. Are you a member already? Okay. So as a new member, I'll just say this for the people who aren't members yet. If you sign up and you get approved for the card, Visa will give you a $60 cash card, which will cover the upgrade in the membership. But the answer to your question is yes, you can. But if you're only, you should, there's no reason to be a Gold Star member if you're gonna be shopping at Costco. There's no reason to do that simply because, like you said, you can always downgrade if it's not worth your while. So you should always start out at the executive level.
And what is the cash back at the executive level membership?
It's 2%. So when it's time to renew, we'll send you your renewal notification along with a reward certificate. And the reward certificate will have a cash value. And you can use that to pay for the membership, the next year's membership, or you can cash it and put the money in your pocket.
Yeah.
That was always one on my checklist. Now I know.
Any other questions? All right, let's give it up for Chris. Thank you. All right, y'all have a wonderful day. Enjoy lunch. Stay safe out there. There could be thunderstorms tonight. See you later.